Hello everyone, this is Natnarf signing back in, and welcome back to True Remembrance. Yes, we just left off with starting a new chapter after finding out that the house is filled with so many butterflies and research that should not be known to any other people at all. Not at all. Not ever again. Only keep it to myself. Never discuss it with anyone else. Now, what do good girls do? I'll get straight to the point. They wolf down everything that's set them in front of them and ask for seconds. I guess that means the girl who's currently gracing my counter with her presence is an awfully good girl. Dude, just watch her eat, I tell ya. Of course, I got no problem with that. How could I? Life's a real sweetheart after all, and a bona fide cutie. Now, Blackiris in law, they come around these parts too, 3 times a week, maybe. This is pretty special, you see. And all the time I've known the man, he's never brought a single one of his guests over here until now. As I don't blame him. It's not good. I don't blame him. He's not used to his guests being a girl. Probably has no idea what to do. You get what I'm saying? I don't know who you're talking to. Anyway, he's not here right now. Where'd he go? Grocery? I'm guessing he's gone off to headquarters to make his progress report or something like that. It's been what? 3 Can't say 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks now since he started treating law. Makes sense that the higher ups want to know what he's been up to in this time, eh? What La's doing here, you ask? Relax. I'm just getting to that. Like I just probably thought that La'd be bored all by her alone as hell. I'm guessing that's why he brought her here. Said he had some errands to run, stepped out after that. Haven't seen him since then. I'll tell you, man, sometimes I have no clue what's going on in that big head of his. I've been watching him in live for weeks now. Sometimes he's the biggest blockhead alive. Others, he's got her wrapped around his little finger, you know? Anyway, look like our little princess all done. Not a thing left on her plate. Awesome! And she's looking up in the shelves around the counter. Probably admiring my bottle collection. Look. Mini and gas. What are those? Just like, she's so open, so to the point. When she's happy, she laughs. When she's sad, she cries. When she's curious, she asks. I guess that's why I never know, you know? Give her the straight dope at first. Too much fun, you hate? Or those? Tools of the trade, little lady. Tools of the trade. Spices? Flavorings? Not quite. Try again. I'm talking about a slightly different trade. My real one, you know. Your real trade? But I thought you were the owner and operator of Aroma. You're not wrong either. I guess Blackiris never told you, eh? I'm a non-side, actually. Oh, dude, look at the doubt in her eyes. That's harsh, man. That's harsh. I swear it's true. Straight by my lips to God's ears. I guess you've never seen me at work, though. Too bad. I put this on serious, depressed face. I get kicked out of how La reacts when I do that. And I pick up a few bottles from the shelves. Then I lay them down one by one at the counter. Kinda like I'm dealing cards for La to inspect. These little ladies are what they call essential oils. Doink. Judge from the way she's looking at me, I don't think she knows what they are. Alright, fair enough. So I'll open a bottle up. Put a few drops on the handkerchief and let her sniff it. Smells like flowers, doesn't it though? Now don't be sniffing too much, La. Wouldn't do for me to steal you away from Blackiris, wouldn't it? Soon enough, she hands it back to me. She's kinda reluctant too. This is how I roll. Fresh start too. 2 birds with 1 stone, you see? They're expensive though. Run out too fast. Blackiris has made it. Eh? Blackiris has made it, eh? Him and his eyes. Fresh start? Yep. Have you relax, rest, meditate, whatever. And when you're all done, boom, fresh start. I see. Heh. What do you know? She picked one of the vials up and she's staring at it with newfound respect. And is this expensive? Huh? Yeah, it wasn't cheap. None of them are... None of them are. And I have to have all sorts, you know? Just in case. Why? You want one? She nods silently. There's definitely something about the way she's looking at today, though. Looks like she's got something on her mind. But you did, what, feeling down recently? Yeah. No, not me, Blackiris. For crying out loud, girl! Who do you think you are? The reincarnation of Mother Teresa or something? Can't help but laugh here. Blackiris, eh? Sorry, but I never took him for a sensitive sort. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe he's not feeling down. Don't know. All I can say, sometimes he gets quiet and cold. Ain't you worried about that? She looks down for a moment, all quiet, all bashful like. Then she looks up and nods quietly. Damn you, Blackiris. Next time we meet, I'm gonna open up a can of whoop ass on you. Heh. No need to worry your pretty little head about that, little lady. You just finished treating the guest not too long ago, eh? Right? You know, the one with the braids. Yeah? Ilia? Most many moment is going to shut himself up after like he finished a treat. Going to shut himself up like that after he finished treating someone. Really? Of course. It all depends on the individual. But let me tell you something. This whole racing memory thing, it always leaves a really bad taste in your mouth. Sure, our guests come to us because they want to forget. But as for us, we know better. Memories are like people, you know? They don't want to die either. Kinda makes you wonder. And that's why Blackiris is behaving that way. But you know, we can wonder for as long as we want, and it won't change a single thing. I promise, Mom. Blackiris will be back to his normal self sooner or later. Probably sooner, if you get what I mean. I see. Thank you. Oh, wow. Look at that smile on her face. Man, I'm weak. If she asks me for anything, I'm going to end up giving it to her at this rate. Look, have you known him for long? Why'd you ask? Seem to know a lot about him. And you two get along so well. You're kidding, right? Nah, please tell me you're joking. Really? I'm making no sort of face, I must be. Seeing as how La's looking back and blinking like that. Am I wrong? Indeed you are. This is just between you and me, and got it, little lady? Well, whatever, he probably knows already. I used to hate his guts. Really? Really? What? You want to hear more? I think so. For a moment there, I thought she was going to give up. So much the better. So much the better, though. So much the better. Alright, this is going to be a long story. First things first. Let's clear off last plates and silverware. And oh, how about a dig this? What? Digestive? Oh, a hot milk will do. Okay, what about the drink? And coffee for me, of course. Nah, I gotta think about how to say this. It's all ancient history, after all. You probably won't believe my word I'm saying, but I used to be real high class. See? You don't believe it, do ya? Well, it doesn't matter to me either. So don't worry, I won't get mad. Anyway, in our province, there was a single, and I mean not a single, person who didn't know of us. I was a sole heir. Can you believe it? I wasn't a very nice guy back then. Not nice? Yeah, I did all sorts of things that I shouldn't. See, no one could tell me no. And if something broke, like a car or law, I had money coming out of my ears, and there was my family. You'll be amazed at how many problems go away when you're rich and famous, kiddo. Anyway, I'd had enough of that. Seriously, can't be like cramping my style, you know? Oh God, I can't speak! Seriously, cramping my style, you know? I want a pad of my own, a different one. I was such an idiot, huh? A little bit. But you know what really sucked? I had talent. I had the skills to do just about anything I set my mind to. I was totally fearless. Wasn't afraid of anything. Succeeded in everything. Filthy rich. That's why no one ever got mad at me. No one ever punished me. No one ever set me straight. But then the day I turned 17, a black car stopped at our house. At the state. A bunch of government agent types. Black suits. Goons, you know? They brought a message from the powers that be. Your son has been found to have high potential. We will take over his schooling and training from this point on. You know what I thought? This was bound to happen. That this was awesome. Besides the creme de la creme, the elite, the professionals that every mom wants her son to grow up to be. So I thought it was obvious, after all, how could a brilliant genius like me not be selected? Dang, that was not very nice. I said, it wasn't very nice back then. But honest to God, that's really what I thought back then. Now, everyone knows once you become one of us, you're now leaving this town. But my family never stopped me. They were overjoyed, so proud to have a mananene in the family, you know? So I came to this town, my head held high and all. That's when I met Blackiris. That's right, kiddo. He and I were classmates. I see. So you became friends then? Not at all! Exactly the opposite. Can you believe it? Now, people got picked to become all over the country. And they all come here, all shapes and sizes, all ages, men, women, children, Blackiris, and me. And back then, he and I, we were probably closest in age amongst all of our classmate subjects. But we never talked much. And why? Because I didn't like him. No interest in him whatsoever. See, I came to be a millionaire. I didn't become to make friends. I was going to be the best out there, just like always. But you know what? Even I have to admit it. Blackiris blew us all out of the water. But he didn't put on a big show. He just does his thing, all quiet like, and so nobody noticed. But you, on the other hand, you put on a big show every day. Ha ha ha. Hey, can you blame me? I like the spotlight. I like being the center of attention. I like being admired. Anyway, at some point I decided that Blackiris was my enemy. No way, I was going to lose to that chump. No. Valedictorian honors belonged to me. Around that time, there was talk. The talk of one of our classmates was an Omega. Okay? Last Omega months. I see now. What do you think? Can we say much about him? No one's ever seen one. There's no mention of them anywhere in our official case files. They're myths or they're ghosts. I knew of Annalie, after all. I hasn't heard of Annalie, the Alpha of Omegas, but I had my doubts. Did he really exist? I'd never met him after all, and the only record everyone had ever of him was his books. Talk about fishy. Anyway, we're ranked according to skill. Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon. I see, I knew it! The brave new world of the system here. In order from most to least powerful. You're all rivals in that, so to speak. But Omega? Here among us? Can't believe it. More likely I was pretty jealous. I was petty and jealous. No freaking way anyone was gonna be better than me. I see. Yeah, I can look back at it and laugh now. It's okay, you can go ahead too. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so I got a few of my peeps together in order to find out who this Omega was. Now, we knew that guests could only leave town via the 8th Street gate, which meant if Omegas existed at all, they'd have to come there. After all, your memory can't be completely erased until you have an Omega to do it, you know? So we snuck into the guard post. It was child's play. The guard on the duty was a classmate of mine, after all. Then we hid there, waited until nightfall. We were going to wait till the military police changed shifts, then zip out of the town entirely. And out there, we'd find out whenever, and whoever Omega existed or not. Besides, I wanted to make a fool of Blackiris. His guardship was up next, after all. That's low. Oh, come on, Lila. Don't be like that. We were young and dumb, you know? Me in particular. Yep. Anyway, things didn't go to plan at all. Now that I think about it, there was no way the plan would have worked anyhow. Oh, sorry. The guard post was completely locked down after dark, you dig? We were totally trapped. No way to get out, no way to get back into town either. Doing. What's with that scary music? I forgot about it. Talk about stupid. I totally lost it then. If they found out what I'd done, I was gonna be expelled. And if that happened, there was no way I could go back to my family. I end up as a fugitive, a wanted man. Isn't that something? I, who'd played at being an outlaw when I was young, was scared of the possibility now. And then, just then, who showed up but the devil himself, Blackiris. Whoa. What's the music, man? It's so tempting. Is that a... Yeah, that's the logo. Now, it was our only chance to get back to town. But at the same time, there was no way he was going to help us. And no way he could, even if he wanted to. The MPs had the key to the guard post. We were locked in. Talk about hopeless. But Blackiris found us. He made this scary face, I tell ya. It froze me to the bone. Then he, picked the lock. Took him a couple of seconds. Boom, just like that. The way he was just standing there. Cool. Unflappable. Flapping! Sends shiver down my spine, I'm telling you. Just who the hell was this guy? So I asked him, what you gonna do? And guess what he said? I don't know. It's not my business if you want to commit suicide, but do it elsewhere, somewhere else. I'll be on the side at all costs. I don't need you to stand my way. I mean, whoa! Makes my spine tingle just thinking about it even now. What the hell? What kind of monster is he? Wow. He's so different. I guess so, kiddo. Wasn't a very nice guy back then either. But that incident showed me something. I wasn't any match for him from the very beginning. And I never would be. I don't know where he came from. I don't know why he wanted to become a monocyte. What I do know is this. There's no way a lazy fool like me, who was skinned by his talents, could ever rival him. Exactly. After that, we were forced to work with each other, and that's how it all went down. Got all that little lady. We actually didn't like each other that much. And now she's shaking her head, smiling at me like an angel. No, he thinks of you as his friend. He just acts otherwise because he can't help it either. He doesn't say yes, doesn't say no, doesn't say what he likes, doesn't say what he dislikes. In that sense, you're much more grown up than he is. Ouch. Suppose. I do wonder though, why does he do that to himself? I shrugged for her benefit. She laughs on tight schedule. Right schedule. Man, she's cute. Cute as a button. So cute at tired it makes me want to cry or something. Our competition isn't over yet. Not by a long shot. That story I told you? That was just a mulligan. See, if you're gonna play it at all, you don't screw around. You play to win. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna live my life the way I want. Someday, and someday, I'll be so much happier than he is. That's how I'm gonna win. So let's get to the chase, shall we, little lady? Want to become so much happier with me? What the hell are you talking about? What? I could see her eyes go around as saucers from across the counter. I mean, any other normal person would realize it was a joke and laugh it off. But no, little Lila here, not little Lila here. She takes everything so seriously. And you know what else is fun to watch? The way her cheeks are getting redder and redder. Alright, time to make the move in for the kill. Except, who's at the door? Who's that at the door? Me. Just what do you think you're doing? Blackiris looks none too pleased. He's got powder snow all over his coat. So it started again. What'd you think, man? I was confessing my dying lover. I think I got rejected though. Good for you. Ouch! Ouch! Are you okay? Yes. Now, little I remember your lips are sealed, right? I wink and sure enough, La blushes right before nodding back. What are you talking about? Sorry, top secret. La looks so cute now, smiling and laughing. Blackiris, on the other hand, just looks kinda grunted. Gruntled, sorry. I'll take it. A little pointless victory, but it's better than nothing at all, eh? Man, it was easier than I expected. Alright, kids. It's getting late, so you better be heading home. Be careful out there, you hear? The roads are getting real bad. I wouldn't want either of you to slip and fall. They were walking down the street, both of them. Last stopped to say goodbye to me while Blackiris strode outside, but now she's far ahead of him. Hopefully she won't fall. To me and all the world, they look like lovers. Aww, but they aren't. They're a guide and his guests. That's really too bad, don't you think? There's a scary guy back then, Blackiris. Always glacial, always mad. Murderers even. Well, he's not like that anymore. Not these days. That isn't because he's gotten all too nice. It's all of a sudden though. It's just that he's not interested in any other people or himself. I'd be so much better in some ways if she weren't his guest. Well, don't be talking about it like that. That's the truth. Straight from God's mouth to ears. But I'll never have it, will now. She has, the right to have her psychic corrosion raised, to leave this town, to walk out into the world, to be happy again. Oh well. No use thinking about this. Might as well tidy up. Gotta put these files back where they would belong. Wait. There goes the doorbell. I got a new customer. Never seen her around these parts before. What the hell? I forgot about this character. She's totally beautiful. Happiness, eh? Maybe this way is the way to go. Great. So I straighten up and put my best smile and turn to say, welcome to my humble abode. Ouch. Aw, that's the end of your chapter. Oh, is that a cat? If we accept the promise, and we must, that killing a man's memory is equivalent to killing the man himself, then a monicide is a destroyer of world. Nomicide. Menonicide. Memonicide. And Alele was the one who wrote that. And I was the one who killed Alele. I remember how the heavy gun felt in my hands. Wait, are you the lady? It is the weight of the world. I couldn't hold on to it. I let it all fall to the ground. A kitten came and curled up next to the rich man, next to the fallen Alpha and Omegas. She started wailing. It was piteous. The kitten turned toward me. Her eyes narrowed. She cried out just once. I could see the look on her face. She knew, and I knew. She was saying, get away from me. I don't know why. Not even to this day. I don't understand it. I couldn't take another step. If I remember, that's the lady with the gun. Honne, yeah. Onne wrote. I think she's Onne.
Hey, you got it. I got it.
I like doing laundry when it was clear out like this. A nice sunny day was a rare thing indeed in this land of ice and snow, and she was certainly making the best of it. I mean, she was bustling back and forth out there in the garden, hanging clothes out to dry, dancing about, a hint of smile on her face even. I stood by the window and watched her smile for a while. She really did look like she was having fun out there. Good. I was about to turn away when she suddenly stooped over. I wonder if she slipped on a patch of ice or something, but then she stood. She doesn't seem hurt. When she turned towards me, she was holding a puppy in her arms. Ah! She shook, worried, real worried. She cradled the little creature as if it were the most valuable thing in the world. The puppy was in bad shape, all right. It was limp and unresponsive in her arms. I watched as La gingerly made her way back inside. She was at my side before I even heard the door close. She looked like she was about to cry. I'm so sorry. I dropped the wet sheet by accident on this little one. What? And sure enough, there was a sheet billowing about on the ground outside. We'd have to take up that sooner or later, but this puppy is going to have to take priority. Get licked. Rather than make a feeble attempt to lick my fingers when I reached out to touch it. Okay. I shouldn't have, should I, right? If I hadn't been doing laundry then, we would have noticed, we would have nothing to wear, and then we'd be really sorry. In any case, this isn't your fault. What are we gonna be, dragging around naked in the house? I picked the dry towel out from the laundry basket, wrapped the puppy up, and placed it back into the basket. Isn't the towel wet? Then I headed into the kitchen and opened the refrigerator. Oh good, we still have some milk from left. There we have some milk left! Ah, god damn it, the sentence is not right. I poured some into the pan and started warming. Oh yes, you have no microwave back then. I removed it from the heat before it started to boil. I grabbed some bread and came back to the living room. The puppy's eyes suddenly snapped open. Its black nose started twitching. Oh, it smelled the milk! Its tail started wagging. Then it freed itself from the towel and jumped out from the towel and jumped out of the laundry basket by the time I'd finished dunking the bread into the milk. La, hold the puppy for a bit, would you? Okay. She did as I said. I don't think she had any idea what to make of the puppy's sudden vigor. Meanwhile, I waited for the milk to cool down. After a minute or two, I dipped a finger in the pan. Good, not scalding anymore. This will do. I put it on the floor. Alright, you can let go now. Ah, it's so cute! I forgot these pictures so badly!
Is that?
There, the doggy.
Oh, it's so cute.
Oh, see, even my daughter agrees.
Yeah, no, it's a black.
Yeah, it's a doggy, cute.
It's the dog.
Hmm?
It's dog.
A puppy.
It's
Baby
dog.
doggy.
It's dog.
Yeah, baby doggy.
Yeah, baby doggy. Chasing this puppy.
Okay, go back and watch your PewDiePie. I don't know what she's watching, so yeah. the bumpy.
It's a little baby bird. No.
Okay. The puppy jumped off of her lap, and the moment she let go, it made a beeline for the pan and started demolishing its meal. Demolishing! Of course, La couldn't take her eyes off the puppy the entire time. It was probably just hungry. Remind you of somebody, La scolded at me briefly, but she couldn't stay mad at me for long. Soon enough, a little smile came to her face as she watched the puppy lapping up the milk. Bread and milk. Is that good enough? Well, proper dog food would have been better, but we don't have any, so this will have to do. And you've had pets before? Well, yes. Well, you look like you know what you're doing, and if you're done, and as if you've done this before. I've had a cat once. A kitten. Really cute little girl. Her! She went her own way before long. Wait a second. Suddenly reached out and grabbed something on the puppy's neck. The puppy, of course, was too busy wolfing down what must have been its first meal in days to notice. A collar, and on it, a gold-plated nameplate. So this is someone's pet. Can you make anything out of it? Jackal. So that's his name. Great! Weird doggy. You're a jackal. How wonderful. Wait, there's something else. An address. On 7th Street. 7th Street? He came all the way from there? No wonder he's in this condition. His meal obviously finished. Jackal came ambling towards where La was sitting on the living room floor. He turned around a couple of times, and finally curled up with his head on the lap. His eyes closed and settled in a contented sleep. Great. His owner was probably a girl. Such a little pushy guy, don't you think? Maybe, but his owner's probably worried sick.
Anna, please.
You find the Anna yourself. Ow, 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 ow. What did the PewDiePie makeover?
No, PewDiePie.
Oh, great. Let me ask again why she's watching PewDiePie videos.
No.
What do you want? Yeah, Anna. But his owner's probably working sick. Probably looking for him. Can we go? Take him to 7th Street? Sure. If we keep him here, he'll end up eating everything in the house anyhow. Get going once he wakes up. And once you finish the laundry. And so we waited. I sat in the chair and read a book. La, on the other hand, sat motionless. Yeah, you go. Sat motionless on the ground, as if she did not wish to disturb the dog's sleep. Soon enough, Jackal rolled a little and started shuddering. I looked up at me. She had no idea what to do. He's still half asleep, that's all. Give him some time. Really? Doesn't seem that way. By now, La had started shuddering herself. Great. But Jackal finally opened his eyes with a big yawn. Then he got to his feet. After a long, leisurely stretch, he looked up at us with an unmistakable grin and waggled tail. A dog can't smile! Alright, let's go. Wait. Do they allow pets on the trolley? No, they didn't, as a matter of fact. Which means we're gonna have to hoof it. We're going on a walk! Oh, nice, huh, Jackal? I looked at the two of them. They were quite a sight. I didn't know who looked happier about the turn of this. I didn't know who looked happier about this turn of events. Jackal or La? Usually this kind of exuberance would annoy, but for some reason not today. So I shrugged. What could I do after all? I attached a leash on the Jackal's collar, and then where do you have a leash? We all walked out the door together. Now I had the leash in the very beginning, but La kept looking at me so envious that I handed over. Although the way Jackal was surging ahead now, there was some doubt as to who was walking whom. La, keep your eyes on the road, or otherwise you'll bump into something. Alright. And so we walked along. Rather, I walked along. And La was pulled and dragged in this direction and that. You know, they say that sometimes with the pets, it's hard to know who owns whom. In this case, the relationship was obvious. A large percent of people in this town kept pets. This made sense. Most of us were menonicides, living out solitary lives. Companionship was always welcome, no matter whether it was furry, scald, or fine. Can I have a fish? I mean, I already have fishes right here. I mean, can you have a fish? Still, I thought there was something terribly wrong with this. Why was it that the pets were more welcome than people here in this wild garden, frozen with dollar and ice? Right, 7th Street was an urban promenade, filled with narrow streets lined by tall buildings. We Menominite lived in these apartments complex when we were off duty. Here on the 5th, where I had my place. When came time to take a guess, we were given a more spacious residence for the duration of that assignment. Now, La had never seen this place before. Usually she'd skip along, taking in the sights and sounds of her own pace. There wasn't any chance of that today. Jackal was all over her, exactly. A woman, probably a monocyte, on her way back from grocery shopping, stopped to watch the spectacle. I could hear her gurgling softly as we walked by. It was roughly an hour to find the address that had been written on Jackal's collar tag. We located the apartment number in the door side directory and pressed the corresponding buzzer. But no one answered. Maybe no one's home? Now what? Well, we can't just leave Jackal here and go home. Let her try again later. Okay. I'm sure the Annie's worried. La looked hard at the buzzer one last time, then turned away. As did Jackal. But we have no food! It was still such a nice day out, so we ended up walking all the way to Cafe Aroma on 6. Could hear voices coming from inside. Now that was unusual. When I listened a little more closely, I realized Rook was just listening to the radio. Welcome. Hey man, you heard about what's going on? Bad news, yo, bad news. Rook turned to me with a troubled expression on his face, gesturing at the radio all the while. Why, what happened? Shouldn't you know, you had no idea. An anarchist group claims they planted a bomb at the headquarters. Now everyone is evacuated, so no real harm was done, but still, man. An anarchist group? They aren't even worthy of that label. They're just a bunch of selfish idiots with so much time on their hands. I'm telling you, we ought to do the world a favor and kill them all. Strong words. I've never seen him this upset before. Also kind of ironic, given what he's told me of his past. I was standing at the door, whether unsure she ought to come in or not. That was considerate of her. That's considerate of her. I can't speak. After all, most restaurants didn't allow pets inside. Oh, hey, La. Wait, that dog. You know him? No, never seen him before. It's just a customer of mine lost a dog a couple of days ago. Mixed breed, black fur, fits the description, don't you think? Talk about finding clues in the strangest places. La's face suddenly lit up. She strode into Aroma with a spring in her step and Jackal at her heel. This customer regular. Coming today, perhaps? Who knows? Usually comes around in the evening, you see. We ever read over to the owner's apartment? No one home. You went during business hours, didn't you? No wonder. Probably steal a word or something. And this is in Menominate side? Apparently. Didn't pay much thought, though. If you know what I'm saying. Didn't pry much, though. Yeah. Rook definitely placed a deftly placed a bowl of water in front of Jackal, and lunch in front of us. Yo, you mind if I keep him for a bit? Fine with me. Rook really did look eager to help, and this would free me up from having to dox it. But why was he doing this? I didn't know he liked dogs. See, the owner, she's a pretty little lady. Word to that about her dog, see? So if I can be of any assistance. Oh no, it wasn't that he liked dogs. It was that he was a horn dog. How could I forget? Anyway, it's a done deal. Rook took Jackal and we took in lunch. After we finished, it was time for us to leave. La clearly didn't want to leave Jackal behind, but she knew it was better this way. So she patted him on the head gently before heading out the door. Jackal closed his eyes with Liz as we walked down 6 on our way home. I felt him watching us, or rather laugh from the window. Obviously, she made a new friend. Ah, so sad. The next time we went shopping, there were newsboys in the street, waving their papers about and yelling at the top of their lungs. How unusual, I thought. Since when does our little town have anything worth writing about? I bought a paper on a whim, and it turned out another bomb. This time it was a public park. What the heck? This time it was a public park on 4th Street. According to the article, the same anarchist group of the HQ bomb incident was to blame. And speaking of HQ, it was... Oh, great, the bomb, the telephone... Sorry about that. Mother called. Oh, no, not again! There. According to the article, the same anarchist... Okay, it wasn't anything I hadn't already heard 1,000 times over. Wait. Let's blame it. Speaking of HQ, there was a general proclamation from the higher-ups next to the article. Take extra care. Protect your guests. Report any suspicious activity immediately. Wasn't this all SOP somehow? Why reiterate it at this hour? What point would that serve? Clara peeked over my shoulder and read along with me. She looked kind of worried, actually. I wonder, what do they want? Hard to say. This much is certain. Either Minamasides are behind this, or we have people who snuck in pretending to be guests. Either way, it isn't good news. A park. Lots of people. Isn't that what they want? To shake us up? To hurt us? Interesting. I've never seen Law this upset before, especially given the fact that the article didn't make any mention of anyone being killed or someone did. Well, if they wanted to shake us up, they've certainly succeeded in that. Hard to believe there's someone out there who would sneak into this town just to blow stuff up. It wasn't just us. The entire country was shaken by this news, probably. Which meant there was a massive manhunt going on even as we stood on the street and read the newspaper. But the thing was, they hadn't caught the perpetrators for the first time around either. Why was I to have much confidence they succeed this time around? For that matter, how was I to have much confidence that someone at HQ wasn't feeding information to the terrorists? That's good. We headed over to Roma once our shopping was done, opened the door, and came to face the woman who was obviously just about to leave. I started stepping back so she can get out, but she was faster than I was. She squeezed past me in the blink of the eye. In fact, her motions were so brisk that she actually did bump into me fairly hard on the way out. Now, it wasn't forceful enough to knock me over or anything, far from it. I remember feeling something not quite right touch my arm, which is why I just thrust my hands into my pockets and stood there in front of Aroma for a bit. Blackiris, is something wrong? Last, obviously wondering why I wasn't going in already. Oh, it's nothing, I replied with a smile. I was washing dishes when we walked in. He turned and shook his head slightly when we saw who we were. Should have come a bit earlier, kids. Jackal's owner was here up a few minutes ago, you see. No kidding. So she's the one who I bumped into in the way. Yeah, no doubt. Anyway, she said she wanted to thank you in person, so I gave her your current address. She told me she'd be coming around your place in the evening. We're alright. We took our usual seats at the counter. There was a manila envelope sitting there. Manila, I keep coming back to Manila. And no place like Manila. Manila, I'm coming home. Why are you dancing in the background? Hey, yeah. That was Manila. I did for a moment.
Song.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Thinks this hers? More than likely. Not a very unorganized person, isn't she? Is she? First she loses her dog, now she's leaving her stuff around everywhere. La picked up the melon bill, but he gave it to me. I put it in my pocket. If that Rumen was really gonna come over later tonight, I might as well give it to her then. Besides, I had bigger fish to fry at the moment. Hey, Rook. That lady. Does she come here often? Yeah, she's been coming every day for an entire week now. Well, what the weird thing is, though? Today is the first time I've seen her at this hour. She always stops by at night, right before closing time. Every day. Then I wonder. Perhaps she isn't on assignment right now. If she were, then she'd know we'd be coming here alone. Oops, stopped washing dishes for a moment. He turned and nodded. Yeah, I guess you're right. I wonder why she comes this often. You're gone loco, man. You're gone loco, man. To eat, obviously. And to cook up with me, you loco idiota. Alright, no joke. All jokes aside, she's probably just lonely or something. Lonely? That's still a joke. You know, man, not everyone likes being alone like you. In fact, most of us prefers the opposite. Thank you very much. Yeesh. Besides, if you're not on assignment, you're totally free. Nothing to do. No one to talk to. You got a puppy? Makes sense that someone in that position would come to a place like this, don't you think? Perhaps. Come on, Blackiris. Get with me at the program here. Don't you know what goes on in the heart of a lonely woman? No, I don't! No, and I don't want to ever know either. I said with a sigh and a weary smile. Now, on the other hand, well, let's just say she was teeing up every single thing Rook was saying. I mean, the way her eyes were sparkling, I knew he had her hook, line, and sinker. And I hope that nothing strange would come out of this. And I hope so too. So, I guess I would save it right here and we'll tell the next part of the story. So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and you want to see the next part, just simply wave your one like a sorcerer and hit the like button and the subscribe button. Just watch the next part. Until then, this is the Natnarf signing off.
Bye-bye.